Barnes and Leslie. We are the Morning X. Crash is here on traffic, and he is about to open his mouth. The teases stop here because he said after 8, so we're after 8. So next, we're going to find out what the hell is going on.
Hey, a tour I'm so excited about, the Black Keys. Hitting the road. This is the No Rain, No Flowers tour with Gary Clark Jr. And guess what? 99X is going to send you to the U.S. tour stop of your choice. By the way, we gave you a shot earlier this morning, but we're going to do it again before we get off the air. Yeah, a trip for 2, round-trip airfare, all the bells and whistles, VIP stuff, all thanks to Solomon Brothers Fine Jewelers, Buckhead, Alpharetta, Sharpsburg, SolomonBrothers.com.
Coming up, I'm going to play a clip for you, and I want to see if you guys can guess who it is. It's one of our bands years ago in their first TV appearance ever. It was on public access. I mean, I went deep into the interwebs.
Public access,
and I want to see if you can guess who it is.
Yeah.
And then before the hour, I want to share with you the experiment I have been doing on you to see how long it would take you to realize something. Finally, someone did. It took over 6 months. I'll explain before 9. But, Crash, you've dragged us for 2 days with news. What's going on?
Well, I mean, let me just start off by saying my girlfriend and I, we were shopping the other day at Solomon Brothers. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude.
I thought that's where you were going with this.
I wouldn't have ruled it out.
Dang.
The way you've been acting, you're giddy.
Well,
I mean, it's a good thing.
We'll get to it. Let's start back from the beginning. Obviously, I've lived in Sandy Springs pretty much my whole life here in Georgia. Things were getting expensive. $2,000 a month for a 700 square foot apartment. I'm like, you know what, Sandy Springs, I love you, but it's getting to be a little bit too much. Timing was perfect. My family, who lives out in Lawrenceville, my niece and nephew and the rest of them, they said, look, why don't you come out here? There's a house where my sister lives. She passed away about 3 years ago. Her husband's now in a retirement home. They're not ready to get rid of the house yet. They're like, why don't you come out to Lawrenceville? You become a caretaker for the house. It needs a lot of work, and it's yours. Make it your little oasis. Have a great time. I'm like, wow, perfect timing. Pack everything up in Sandy Springs. I move it on out to Lawrenceville.
Which actually wasn't perfect timing because you lived less than a mile from 99X. And when you started...
It's sort of rent-free, though, Barnes.
I know, but I thought it was wild that you were right there all those years. And then you come back, and then you move away.
I could have ridden a bicycle to the station every morning. But so what? It's all good. I'm out there in Lawrenceville. Yes, it's a long ride. It's a 30-plus minute ride in the morning when I'm, at 5 o'clock in the morning on 85. It's a nightmare. In fact, I've already had 2 major repairs on my 2018 car. So things are going well. I drop about $5,000 in new flooring. I rip all the carpet up. I'm like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. Then all of a sudden, things start to break down between what exactly was wanted or expected of me and what I was supposed to.
Wait, so a deal?
What do you mean?
Like, yeah, I mean,
nothing was ever written down. It was all we're family. And you know what they always say about family, you don't ever borrow money from family. You don't ever do, So
hold on. They told you you can come live in this house for free. And you're like, great.
Right.
But you need to do a few updates. So you invest money in it. And we've only been 6 months, 7 months.
About that, yeah.
And then what
about
happens?
6 months.
They come to you and say...
Well, I mean, things obviously change. You got to pay property taxes on the, they do need some sort of an income, which I wasn't completely not expecting, but I just, put it this way, the details just weren't there.
Yeah, there were no details. There's nothing in writing. You don't know what you're responsible for.
Exactly. So it got pretty heated and then personal stuff started getting involved and I'm like, okay, this is not exactly what I bargained for. Not to mention, again, my car's approaching 100,000 miles. It is rough because I'm not just going from Lawrenceville to the station here in Sandy Springs. I'm also going to Smyrna, where my girlfriend lives. So think about that between Lawrenceville, Sandy Springs, and Smyrna, and then back to Lawrenceville, where obviously all my stuff is. It's this, I'm putting hundreds and hundreds of miles on my car.
Okay, so
this is all stacking up. This is all finances. Yeah, keep talking.
It's all a financial thing, and I love my family. Let me stress that. I love my niece. I love my nephew. You know, obviously, I miss my sister, their mom. It just suddenly started leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm like, oh Christ, what am I going to do now? Either I move back to Sandy Springs, or I stay in Lawrenceville and just go get my own little apartment or something. So I'm like, I don't want to. So it's just a lot of pressure. And of course, you know, I've been talking about my girlfriend. You know, we're now dating about 6 months.
And
I mean, I stay with her a good portion of the time. And I've been doing a lot of work around her house and just, you know, kind of making it our own little place. So we had a conversation the other day where she extended an offer for me to come live with her.
Okay. First, thankfully, I'm glad you're not getting married. For now.
The moving in.
How many months have you been dating?
6 months, he said.
6 months.
Okay, 6 months. And, dude, this is a huge step. Because what happens, heaven forbid, if she gets tired of your crap, and
most of them do.
No, I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. Where do you go then? Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're moving your actual stuff?
You got a little guest house.
Yes, you got a little extra room there, bro.
No, seriously, I'm being serious. What? I mean, that's in 6 months to move in with someone. That's a big. I mean, that's a big ask for someone.
You have to think down the road, like, what are your options? Is what Barnes is saying. If it doesn't work out,
because 6 months, dude. I mean,
anything could happen.
I know. I realize that. And this has not been a typical 6 months. And this is not just emotional crash talking. No. Hear me out.
I'm really happy.
No, I agree 1,000,000%.
This relationship started, and I tell her this all the time, and I hope she doesn't get upset that I'm saying this on the air. Our first kiss was lightning that struck me, and I said, there is something going on different. This is not, and I was married for 15 years.
So this is different than any other relationship.
Exactly. And I'm 58 years old, going to be 59 in August. I know what love is. I've been there. I've walked down the aisle. There was something that struck me, and I kept saying to myself, what the hell was that? Is this the universe? Is this one of those things they talk about?
Crash.
Like, no, really? Well, I mean, look, there's been love at first sight.
No, I'm just saying, just a small correction. You walk down the aisles. You didn't just walk down the aisle. I'm just saying.
I mean, this is like a romance novel. Let him finish.
It is, though, and you have changed. Like, I will be the and tell her all this pushing back on you. This is just being a friend. I'm not. This is not to trash her. I don't even know her, but this is like such an important thing for you, and you look happier than I've ever seen you.
Agree.
And I can't. She keeps explaining. She's like, "Explain it to me. What do you mean? What do you mean about that kiss and this and that?" And I said, "You just, I can't explain it." And sure enough, as the months went by, she too is now at that point where we are both feeling this. And
good for you.
So us moving in after 6 months, I don't think it's that bad.
6 months is just quick. That's all. I mean, if you accelerated in your emotional part, you both meet at that same height. Then great. Maybe this is it.
The thing I love about Crash, though, is that he trusts in love, even though he's had some broken relationships.
Right. He hadn't given up.
Right. Some people shy away. He doesn't. He leans in.
Yeah.
With this, I'm giving her the power to destroy me and just praying to God. That she doesn't use it.
Well, congratulations.
Wow.
I think it's awesome.
It's a big step.
And you've handled it with care. I mean, it's the family stuff is tough because I'm right there with you. It's brutal. It's All right, round of applause for Crash, ladies and gentlemen.
Do I need to send like a housewarming gift?
Something. All right.
Yes.
I got you guys some therapy gift cards. I'm going to drop those off.
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99X.
Mic drop. Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ritlin. It's raw.
Any single time that you left the wire, you could lose 4 guys.
It's unfiltered.
That was the most horrible screaming I'd ever heard. Taking a hit on the chin, you want to pay it back?
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
Would I choose to not do our duty as military fighting men? No, I would not make that decision, without question.
Mic drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.